Today is the 27th of June, 2023. It's a Tuesday, which means that this is reset day for week 6 of Season of the Deep in Destiny 2. And having been 5 weeks into this season, you would think that we would have a bunch of information about the ongoing situation post-Lightfall. And, you know, you'd be correct. Thanks to last week, we now know who the Witness is. We know why the Witness is doing what it is, because it wants to create a universe free of pain, which it believes the light causes. And we know why it made the portal, because that's the key to then shaping the universe as it should be. Grand. That was a 3.5 minute cutscene in the second season of Lightfall. That should have been a cutscene in Lightfall, really. We shouldn't have found that out in a season, really. In addition to that, we shouldn't really be getting 4 weeks dedicated to just character development for characters which have already had such big developments and built upon so much in the past 2-3 years. Saladin, Scene 14, Zavala, Gambit Man, Drifter have all had major character developments in the past few years. They could be left as they are. And it is interesting seeing how they're reacting to Sloane and Ziva Arath and all that sort of stuff. It is very interesting. But this season has essentially just felt like week 1, Titan, Sloane, Asa, Ziva Arath. Nothing for 4 weeks. And then the 5th week, this is who the Witness is. This is why the Witness is doing what it is. Just here's an information dump which we should have told you like 4 months ago. Whoops. Let's put it this way, you can't go back in time and move this cutscene to be in 4 months ago. So what they really should have done is told us bits and bobs about the Witness over the past 4 weeks. Instead, it was just kind of incomprehensible words from Asa. Just nonsense, basically. Yeah, telling us what was happening, but not in a way that we can understand it. So it's not relevant. The final shape is the conclusion of Destiny as we know it. This is the final year of the Light versus Dark saga. Really should be. If next year if they release the final shape and then it's another year of this is kind of kind of relevant to the story and there's a few things happening here, I'm gonna lose it. I think. The final shape should be the end, and then there should be a new beginning after that. Hence, this is the third to last season before the expansion releases in the end of Destiny 2, essentially, as we know what happens. And nothing's happening. There's a massive portal just there. And yeah, the current plan is to get information from this massive sea monster. Great. But there's nothing else happening. After having been through Season of the Risen and Season of the Deep to this extent, it feels like Lightfall really, really, really should have been the final shape. It was meant to be the end, and they just kind of slapped the first cutscene. Was like, can we split this cutscene in half? And then they did that. This season is weird, is what I'm trying to say. Week 6 comes out in 15 minutes, supposedly. And then we'll see what week 6 brings. But for all I know, it might not have anything, but it might have something. And then when's the finale of the season going to be? And then what's next season going to be? Because what I'm led to believe is, so Titans returned this season. There was some talk about, supposedly the Veil has reacted to Titan returning, which then I'm kind of thinking, if it's reacted to Titan returning, does that mean we're going to get Mercury and Io in the next 2 seasons? Which would be a lot of work for Bungie, I imagine, to return these locations. But at the same time, Titans return nowhere near on the scale of the Leviathan. The Leviathan returned as an entire patrol area with then separate areas of the raid, basically, for different missions. So the entirety of the Leviathan came back. The entirety of Titan has not came back. It's one small area out of the control area, and then a brand new deep dive area and a dungeon. But the dungeon isn't relevant here because the dungeon is separate from the season, because you have to buy that separately if you don't buy the digital deluxe edition, which is another stupid thing. But regardless, I'm gonna play the new weekly missions and stuff, assuming that there are some this week I would say in about 15 minutes, but realistically the servers are going to have to get their maintenance extended by at least an hour, probably 2 or 3, and by that stage I'll have ate food and I'll be a bit annoyed. So more than enough people have went on about how Destiny 2 is just not in a good state. So this was about the season, which is a bit naff, and I'm really sad about it because I love Titan. I was really excited for this season to be about Titan, and it ends up being just a naff up to this point. Maybe this is the turning point. Maybe this week and every week like coming to do with the story will be top tier incredible. Maybe the finale will blow me out of the water. Like and I'll be completely 180 in my review. It'll be the best season ever. Who knows? Bit lackluster. Really expected better, especially seems how this time last year we had Season of the Haunted and it was incredible. So
last one. Long girl should be home free.
where? What?
I'm out of Destiny.
Fire team, check in.
I left your fire team.
Down to a sword, but
Oh.
Hive
I'm
and
gone.
Taken forces
Oh.
routed.
Did Destiny die?
No, it brought me back to the home screen. Like to Destiny, like the light bulb, blue, purple.
Strange.
Yep.
You should be able to just join back.
And I'm shipping a transmat beacon your way.
What are you up to?
Hold on to your boots.
Nothing's happened. Oh, something's happening now.
What's happened?
Black screen.
Ugh. I'm flying in.
Oh. Cutscene.
Zivorath's forces are in full retreat.
Kick
Hi.
me back out. What happened?
Can we what?
It kicked me back out. I'm now on orbit with you, but I don't have anything.
I was in a cutscene, and then I ended up in orbit, and now I'm going to the helm.
So you missed the cutscene.
It skipped the cutscene for no reason.
So you don't have it for the video now.
I suppose not, unless... No, it straight up just decided you're not watching a cutscene.
Witness the conversation in the helm. Yeah, we missed the cutscene. Probably because I joined during the cutscene.
Well, it shouldn't have kicked you in the first place.
Nope, should not.
So it kicked you, and then it started playing the cutscene. And then it was like, right, somebody's joined. Clearly, the cutscene's finished. Bye-bye.
Yeah, so I was joining and I had the, you know, talk, ASA signal, blah blah blah, when you fly over Titan.
Mm.
And then screen went black and then we were in orbit.
This game is held together by Duct.
But not the good one. Are you ready for the...
We're lying on Savathun.
What?
This is what it's come to.
Tell me you're not serious.
What the fuck?